Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that
Good afternoon, you guys. It is actually, let's see, it is 2:06 on a Friday. It is Vlogmas Day 3, and I am feeling a little bit better today. Yesterday, I was a little bit down, I have to say. So today, I have a doctor's appointment. I am here at Kaiser. I'm getting ready to go in. I have just a few minutes. So I thought I would open the vlog now and say, welcome. Welcome to anybody that is new. I know that I haven't had a lot of new people lately because I haven't been doing very many vlogs lately. But I'm getting back into the swing of it, and I'm going to be a little bit more present. I have been having these severe migraines, as you guys know, and today I am going in to find out what the results of my, gosh, my brain doesn't work, my MRI with contrast. For those of you who don't know what has been going on, let me just do a real quick recap. I have cancer, or I've had cancer. I've been battling cancer for years now, and stage 4 metastatic breast cancer that had metastasized to my bones. And the last scans that I had, it's about 6 months ago, showed NED, no evidence of disease, meaning that my tumors, my mets were so small, they were unable to be detected on the scans. Doesn't mean that I don't still have cancer. It just means that the cancer has shrunk down so small and it is not growing at this time that we know of. But then about a couple months ago, I started having severe migraines. And if you know anything about my type of cancer, I have triple negative breast cancer. The next progression in the type of cancer that I have is it moves from the bones to the brain, and usually that is the end. However, I've been reading a lot of studies lately, and a lot of people live a lot longer after it's moved to the brain than they used to. It used to be, I think the longest was 18 months was the expected lifespan after the cancer had moved to the brain. Now people are living like 4 and 5 years after it moves to the brain, which is amazing. They have more medications. They're being able to manage things better, symptoms better, side effects better. So that is very hopeful. However, I don't know that my cancer has moved to my brain. I am jumping ahead. I'm just saying that is the worry that the doctors are having right now. So I am going in. I've been having these debilitating migraines where I'm so sick. I lose my equilibrium. I start throwing up. I pee myself. I don't know what's going on. For days. This last time it lasted for 5 days, but 3 days I was totally out of it. For the last 2 days of the 5, I was just pure exhausted. I just couldn't do anything. My husband was feeding me through a straw. I couldn't eat. It was that bad. So they had done an MRI, a regular MRI, and they saw a shadow on it, which does not mean a lot of anything. On a normal person, they would see a shadow on a brain scan, and say it's an ultrasound, of course you're going to see shadows. They had seen a shadow once before on 2 MRIs, 2 concurrent in the same spot, so they were a little bit concerned. This was like 3 years ago. And then they did one with contrast and it was nothing. So here we are again. They see the shadow was not in the same spot, but because of the migraines, they're gonna, be overcautious, and they're doing the MRI with contrast. And today, I'm getting my results back to see if that shadow that they see is just a shadow, or if it is a MET, and if the cancer has moved to my brain. Now, I'm going to make a prediction, and I pray that I'm right. I've gone back and forth. I mean, I try not to go there. Got to watch my time. I try not to go there because I get myself all freaked out, and I start, getting myself worked up, and it just does nobody any good, especially me. Okay, logically, normally when my cancer is started to spread, like right before it starts to spread, at any time during my cancer journey, we're talking, my cancer markers start going up. My labs, that's the first thing that kind of warns you that something is up, and my markers start elevating, and that is the first thing that starts happening. And then then they start looking around, and then they find that the cancer is starting to move again. Okay, my labs that they just did, well, actually 2 sets of, they did labs, my 3-month labs 3 months ago. Then they did labs at the same time as they did the MRI with contrast the same day. And I got those back already. And my cancer markers are all down. Nothing was elevated. Okay? So that is a positive thing. Now, in my mind, if cancer had spread to my brain, I believe my cancer markers would be skyrocketed up. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. But, you know what I mean? It just seems like that would ring true. So I'm taking comfort in my labs being down. They're being good. So there is that. Another thing is, I've been reading online, and women of a certain age, I'm not going to say what age, actually I'm proud of my age, I'm almost 60, go through menopause, and they go through hormone adjustments, and they have migraines. So that is a common... Oh, my phone's ringing. My sister's calling, but I can't answer right now because I got to go to the doctor's. Okay. Shh. I'll call her back later. Anyway, so, the women of a certain age start having migraines, hormonal migraines. So there's that. And then I looked up all the symptoms, and there's tons of different symptoms for migraines. I mean, and some of them are pretty icky. So there's that. So anyway, I've got 5 minutes to get in, and they don't let you record on or video on campus, but I am going to take my phone in, and I'm just going to ask the doctor if I can just record inside the room with him giving the results. We'll see. Let's go.
This is J-O-C-K-O. You want to put the zeros in the left and go line with them. Did you go?
Hey, you guys. Yes, I am walking down a busy street. I am trying to get to the school because my granddaughter has a dance performance and there's no parking and 3 of the lots are full. So I had to park along with a whole bunch of other people like a mile and a half away behind the school in residential parking. So I'm hightailing it to the school now in hopes that I don't miss the whole thing. I don't think I will. I left early and I'm getting close. So I will catch you guys if I survive.
Merry Christmas, baby. Reindeer's coming out to play. Santa Claus is packing the presents, making sure you've been behaving okay. Merry Christmas, honey. Yeah. The snowman's dusting off his hat, putting on the show for everybody, to give them a smile that lasts another year. There's something that happens when sleigh bells are ringing, when December ends, when the children are singing, yeah. It's Merry Christmas, baby.
Hi guys. Okay, so I did film a couple little things that I'll insert for Thea's dance, Christmas dance. There were I lost count, but I know that there were 19 groups before her group danced, and then after her there was another whole group of people that came in, and so everybody got up and swapped places and gave the seats to the next group. So it became a very long night. So when I finished, because I had to park so far away, I parked, I mean, it was quite a ways. When I finished, it was dark because it was like 2.5 hours later, it was dark. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to walk back in the dark. But then of course my son, both of my boys were there, both the kids were there. The whole family came to see Thea and her dance recital. It was her very first, you know. She did tap dancing. It was so cute. And she was all dressed up all fancy and had glitter, and oh my gosh, just so cute. My heart was just like melting. And her daddy and mommy brought her flowers, and I was gonna stop for flowers, but I didn't want to be late. But then it's okay because she got her flowers from mommy and daddy, and that made it special. But anyway, it was just nice, super nice family time. So afterwards, there was bouncy things for the kids to go on, different booths from the community. My granddaughter Taylor, who is almost 14, she wanted a stun gun from it was Damsels in Distress. It was like a community group there. And she's like, Nana, Nana, I want a stuffed gun for Christmas. And I was like, what? I'm like, you're gonna have to talk to your parents about that one, honey. Anyway, and her dad's like, no, because if baby James gets that or Brendan, they're dead. So no on the stun gun. So anyway, that was kind of funny. But after that, we looked around and just kind of chatted, and oh, I saw some cute little baby clothes. It was so, I love baby clothes. I love babies. You know that I do. After that, my son drove me back to my car because they got there early enough to get a parking spot like right there in the parking lot. I mean, they were like smart. And they got seats too, so they saved me a seat. So that worked out okay. So anyway, they drove me back to my car so I didn't have to walk back in the dark. And they all went out to Chick-fil-A afterwards. And then, better turn this way because my hubby's coming in. Anyway, sorry, the lighting is so bad in here. So they all went out to Chick-fil-A afterwards, and I wanted to go, but then my hubby's been sick, and I felt like I should come home and make sure he got something to eat and take care of him. And I kind of felt like I should let the kids have, the brothers have their time together because we don't have that much time before they move to Tennessee. So I begged out of going, and then I felt guilty for not going. I mean, it's just like, being a mom is so hard, people. Being a grandma is hard too. It's like you want to do the right thing, but then you feel like if you feel like you're doing the right thing, then you feel guilty for doing it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you grandmas out there and your mommies out there ever have that issue. So all the grandkids were all excited because they were playing and goofing around and running and chasing each other and having a good old time. So they were excited that they were going to get to continue the fun at Chick-fil-A. So, yep. And then tomorrow is church, and we'll see each other all again and go to lunch and do our normal thing. So I was going to do, break this into 2 vlogs so I could have a vlog for each day, you know, a VLOGMAS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 every single day. But it was so short and so boring, I just felt like I'm not going to do that to you guys. I am going to save up enough footage and then put it out to you guys. So it may be every 2 days, it may be every day if I have enough stuff to put out there, or every 4 days, whatever I have enough footage for, that's when you guys will get a VLOGMAS. So I'm doing VLOGMAS, but I'm not doing every single day. And I noticed that a lot of other content creators and channels are doing the same thing, because it is just, it's a lot of work, and I don't mind doing the work, but I just don't think that there's anything that interesting going on right now. If I were going out to like Christmas events and lights and, you know, doing something fun like that, I would, you know, bring you guys along. But since I'm kind of not doing that much, at least not yet. I mean, time will tell. I'm sure we'll do more. Yeah. Okay, now let's get down to business. Earlier today, sorry, I went to Kaiser, and I got my results from my MRI, and they were clear. Yay! I am like in the worst lighting. I am so sorry about that, but everything's dark in the house, and I had the Christmas lights on, so I had to find a place where the light was halfway decent so I could film. Anyway, it was really good news. MRI came back okay. They're gonna watch and see, check my cancer markers again in 3 months, and they're gonna start doing the scans again every 3 months instead of 6 months to a year. I got I was so close. And the only reason they're doing it, not because my cancer markers are up, not because anything is going on in my scans, the only reason they're doing it is because of the migraines. And yeah, so there's really no alarms going off in any other way other than the migraines. So there's that. And now I was sent to neurology to try to figure out what is going on in the noggin and why I am having the migraines. So that will be a new journey that I get to go on, but at least we've ruled out cancer, and that is a good thing. So that's a Christmas gift to me, and I will take it. All right, you guys, I am going to pick this vlog up tomorrow, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna see how much, when I go to edit tonight, I am gonna see how much footage I have, and if I have enough, then I will upload tonight. If I don't, then I will continue on tomorrow. And yeah, so I will sign off now and say goodnight. And I might see you tomorrow. I may not. We'll see. Don't you love it? Just kind of leave you hanging there. Either way, I'll be back. All right, you guys. Good night. Have a great one.